Hello, guys. Hi, and welcome to the last day of the course. Guys, I hope at the end of this session we can make a group photo. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to just tell you 1 second before that. Maybe you don't like it. But yeah, I mean, I've been here for 60 hours, or I don't know how many hours, but at least 50. So, if you can help me, like at the end, and have like a group photo where I'll just take like a screenshot of all of us, so I can have something. It's like a trophy, right, in a way. But yeah, it will help me a lot, right? I can.
Are you recording already?
Hi.
Are you streaming on YouTube already? Hi.
Yeah, already. But just
Okay.
at the end, I mean, yeah, if you're like if you're really shy or whatever, like just doesn't matter. Like just at the end, like for a few seconds, that would be enough for me. It's fine if you don't want it. It's just a thing that you know. I saw a lot of other people doing it, like on courses and stuff like this, right? And it it's nice. Yeah, 1 second. But today's session will be more probably the most relaxed ones. Uh, the most relaxed one. Um, if this was the in real like the in-person version of the course, we would be having a skill assessment, an exam. Uh, if you followed all of the sessions regularly and strictly, you might already have it been expecting maybe an exam and this like today. Um, but actually, like there is no exam like today. But so the way it works is, so the course is concluded, and in theory, like at this point, you should have enough skills to make a small game, and if you don't, you probably need to rewatch the course again. And because game development in Unity and everything is so big, like you cannot just learn everything, like even racing games, shooting games, like shooters, platformers, logical games like Candy Crush or stuff like that, right? All of it in the same course. What I think in the future, what I will do, and this would be, I think, a pattern on the rockstart.ai platform, is there will be more focused, like courses that are more focused on a specific game, like a week of making a racing game, right? Which will depend on this course, right? I will see about that, but that's like not the highest priority now, because the hello there. Yeah, if some of us are very shy, then it's fine. Don't worry. Is there a timeline for this submission and the exam? Could we take a couple more days to do the game? Yeah. So the way it works, I mean, the way I'm seeing it, maybe I'm missing something, and you just guys correct me if I'm wrong, but there is no difference. Like, how to put it? Like, the moment you end a course or you finish a course shouldn't really matter. Like, compared to the moment you take a skill test for that course, because it doesn't. I mean, it seems to me like an artificial condition. Like, if you can take the test after 3 weeks and you pass it, then I mean, I don't see any difference, any practical difference in that. The only thing is urgency, probably. Like, you might, probably that's one of the biggest advantages to having the like a test at the very end of the course. But even like, if we take the middle ground and say, okay, we'll have maybe a test at the end of the next week or something like that, probably that would be even better. Um, because with all of the LLMs and everything now, like, I can just have different tests always, so you won't like be able to copy the answers and put them somewhere, and like, because there will be like each test will be unique. And but I'll see about that. Yeah, that's a bet that's I think the biggest advantage of having the test be taken in the same day by everyone, because you just create one test and then everyone takes it in one day, and then that's more simplified. But I think today's technology allows us to just create a test for 1,000 people, and each test is unique. And a lot of people are working on that part, on that in that area. And the rockstart.ai platform will have uh, will have functionalities like that. Um, yeah, but I'd recommend you to. So the way it will work now, because there's no platform that's live for a course for the test and everything. You will just be emailing me. Like, I have a slide for this, so you'll be emailing hi@rockstar.ai, and you will just be saying like, hey, I want to take the test, and you will get a link for your personalized test. um but if you're watching this in the future, um yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be already, you already know what to do, um because there will be the platform will be up and running. So yeah, I really recommend you like to take the assessment test and the project grading anytime in the next week. Maybe, I mean, let's say maybe Friday, so you have like 7 days from now on. Yeah, and sorry, let's go to the YouTube stream. I forgot almost. Just wanna check it and see if everything is alright. Oh, so many subscribers. 106 subscribers. Wow. Nice. Um okay, let me go here. Okay. You can post your games anywhere. Hopefully you can host it on GitHub as a WebGL game, because I've already shown you everything you need to do that. And that will also just make you feel that you did something very, very real, because it's the easiest, uh, like, it's the easiest way of creating something as close as possible to the real thing. Hello there. So many of you want to say goodbye, I guess. So, uh, yeah, thanks for joining. Um, yeah, and yeah, I was saying that if you can post it on GitHub pages, which is free, and yeah, well, your code needs to be public. So if you, I mean, this shouldn't be like a very complex project. It should only be like focusing on the just a very small part of it, like main menu and one level, and very simple, and yeah. Um, and you should be able to put that code publicly because on the GitHub, on a GitHub public repo, and because that's how you can have a GitHub pages page with it. But then you can copy that code into another private repo if you want to continue on it. Let's say maybe you want to work more on it, and that's fine as well. Um, so we give our tests and game by the end of the next Friday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And actually, the test itself probably will be ready by Monday or something like that. Um, yeah, so it will be multiple choice tests, then it will be the same for everyone, and I think I hope like you won't post it online or something, because it will be a different one. Like it will be the same for everyone this week, but it will be like in the up following weeks, and like for everyone who will be requesting one, like in the future it will be a different one always, and grading and everything will be done automatically, and there will be also like uh, you'll have like multiple choice, but also you'll have uh, questions where you're free typing stuff, and yeah, you'll have like a lot of questions, but I don't know, it won't be. It's very standard in the sense that if you ever did any test, took any test in your life, then that's it, right? And yeah. Um. So yeah, as I said, starting Monday, I think the test will be ready, and I will be starting to send the links. And I will have to somehow make sure like you're not using an LLM or whatever, because that's kind of not really. It's like you're lying to yourself. Um, yeah. So currently, at this moment, at the moment of the recording, because the platform is not ready, you uh, will be receiving a link where there will be of course you'll have some time to complete it, and yeah, it will be such that you won't have time to ask or to Google it or whatever, right? That's the ideal way. But when the platform will be up, it will be a bit harder to, I don't know, to search for answer. I mean, it will be even harder because it will be integrated in the platform, and you won't be able to take screenshots and all of that. You know, like on Netflix, you cannot take screenshots. I mean, yeah, I won't go into that, but you can, like, if you really want to cheat or whatever. Um, and that's it with the exam. I mean, I already have a slide with the exam, but with like where I will talk about the exam, but I've kind of already talked about it. Yeah, grades are not important because also I try to find the best middle ground for every possible case, so that if you don't pass the test, and there's no difference, practically speaking, between passing and not passing the test. Uh, the only difference is if you get less than 50 points on, like, you'll get maximum 100 points on the project assignment and on the test, and there'll be an average of them. And yeah, I think you need to pass both of them, right? Even like if the average is above 50, you still need to have a minimum of 50 for each of them. And in that case, I will be showing the score. But if you don't pass them, then I will only show the score for the ones that you pass. Or if you didn't pass at any of them, there won't be any score. There will be just certificate of completion, or I don't know if I'll use a different name. I don't want to be boring. Maybe there's a better name than certificate, but I'll see about that. But it will be legit. I mean, it will be like a PDF, and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, as for the in-person version of this course, today would have been the day where we would evaluate the projects and take the live exam, and it will be like the exam will take like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and it's made so that it's almost impossible to take 100 out of 100. If you take 100 out of 100, it means you cheated, so it's easy to spot. um, so yeah, this is no place for a perfectionist. Um, yeah, I mean, even if you have like 97 out of 100, it still uh, looks like cheating. But I don't know. Um, yeah, we'll see. I'll see about that. Yeah. So yeah, I think I've already kind of went through it, but usually there will be 100 questions, and just to make it easier, or maybe it's harder for some of you, uh, the complexity of the questions, I think, will not have like any progression. Like they will be random. So this is something that you should do like in any test that you'll ever take. Just if you don't know the answer, just move on and try to reach the 100th question if you can. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, maybe I've already read this. Classwork 2 plus 2 equals 4. Test: John had 3 apples and lost 1. Calculate the mass of the sun. Yeah, so as I said, the skill assessments will always be open. So at the moment of recording, at this link, you will get a temporary link to something that will lead to the exam. But in the future, this link will be here. You'll get the exam, and you will be uh, entering your user ID or something, or you'll be already logged in, like in Coursera, or right. And this link already works because and there's you'll read there. Hello. As I said, so many people want to say goodbye. um, Hi. So yeah, this link, basically you should uh, go now or after this session, and you'll get there more details. But just shoot me an email or ping me on Discord, and we will. I will just uh, remove any confusion if there is any. Um, yeah, this is how you'll take the skill exam, the skill assessment. Good. And yeah, it's always open, so you can, if it's 2026, just doesn't matter, just go here. And most probably, if it's 2026, you are saying you are watching this course on the platform, and you will already know what to do. So don't worry about that. And yeah, again, that's for the project grading, it's the same. It's kind of the same things, and you don't need to uh like submit your project the same day where you take the test, or you can do them at any time, and you'll receive the certificate when you basically would have sent both. You would have completed both. Ideally, yeah, it would be good to have it by the next week, so you have like closure. You have the sense of completion. So 4 weeks of learning, and then 1 week of preparing or working on your project, or yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a positive. I don't, yeah, have a positive association or with school or homework or exams, and I think it's the case for maybe 98% of people. I don't know. Maybe in Finland or those countries who are, well, that are more advanced, where maybe people don't associate negative stuff with school anymore. But um, I just, whenever I thought about it, just I just realized that it shouldn't, like, there are a lot of ways in which we can, like, we can make it so that homework, tests, and just the learning itself, like the teaching classes themselves, can be completely positive, so that people are not feeling like they are doing something that should scare them, or they should be stressed about. um I haven't figured out like the perfect solution for this, but I think I'm getting pretty close. Yeah, like I'm working on a paper for this. But yeah, more on that later. Like I want to, and this is more about the, sorry, about the learning platform as itself, like the rockstart.ai courses platform. But like in a nutshell, you can achieve everything that education has achieved and up until now without any negative uh, feelings or associations, or um, yeah. But maybe I'll talk about that later in on the slides. Um, yeah, I just try to. I'm trying to also just convey this more positive outlook on education, and how you are uh, taking this assessment, right? Because it's something that tests your skills, and that's why I don't want to have like a failing grade or whatever. And but I also don't, this is not like to babysit you, or to um just not be harsh or something. I just think that if you haven't passed the test, it means that you like weren't interested enough in the test, right? So it's not like my job to tell you like, okay, take the test again, or take the course again. You know by yourself what to do. Like, if you want it really bad, you'll just go again to the course, see where you maybe, yeah, see what you forgot about, and why did you forget about, did you, maybe you didn't practice that thing or something like that. um yeah, anyway, so this is my going on a tangent about how education should be made. Yeah, every day I went through this. So if you get a passing score like this, 84 out of 100, which would be probably close to the maximum you can get. um, yeah, it will be shown. And for the in the real life version of the course, they will be taken like now. Um, yeah, so we're not like too close to the end of this session. Like I said, it's more of a relaxed one, but I'd still want just some quick feedback on this test. So if you guys have anything to write in the chat, I will send you a survey uh, probably tomorrow or something like that. But just very really quick now, if you have anything to write here, like about the content, let's say, like not positive stuff, um, just anything that you'd change. You know what I mean? I don't want really to say like if there was something negative or not, because if you want to change something, then it's implied that it was maybe not the best way of doing it, right? So what would you change about the content of the course, like the subjects that I approached in the course, right? If you have anything to say, just say now. And how will you grade the game then? Mine is going to be a small one. Grading the game is subjective. So yeah, it is subjective. Usually I'd like to see a complete game in the sense that, I mean, the timeline for the game is like 1 week, let's say, with 2 or 3 hours per day of working on it. So you can say like 15 hours in total. Um, and you cannot do much in those hours, but if you go through through the sessions and you paid attention to them, I think you can like create a game where you have a main menu, which is very simple. You see, you remember the Duck Invaders has just one button, and you don't need all the fancy particle systems and all or sounds. So you change the scene, you enter your like the first level, and you should have at least one level. Not you don't need to have two levels, and yeah, just have it just whatever you're doing. Like I know two of you committed to 2D platformer, so just do that. Like watch the sessions, and you'll know what to do. Um, you can also just maybe post on Discord about general questions that might help others as well. Um, it wouldn't really make sense to just post questions for someone to just do a big part of your game, because I mean, that's kind of like cheating and doesn't make sense. I mean, what's cool about this is like you can use an LLM, you can use Claude or ChatGPT, right? So it's it's not cheating. Like you should be able to use those tools because you can create stuff faster with it. So that's why I'm saying you just use whatever you want to create it. Um, yeah. On the other hand, like you should be able to know how to combine whatever you're getting out of these LLMs or whatever. Like you, um, yeah, there's a fine line here, right? Because I'm at the like the I'm at the we're at the dawn of this AI revolution, and I'm kind of trying to overlap them because this is just a better way of doing education anyway. And at this very moment, these are the requirements, right? But maybe in a year or so, the requirement for the project would be to create something really complex because it would be easier to create it, right? So we shouldn't like ban using LLMs. We should just make the requirements more complex because your cognitive load would be the same, right? You'll think the same. You'll consume the same amount of calories, but you'll be able to do more, right? So we have to change our tests. That's all. It's still game development. You're just doing more things. It's not like uh, telling a computer to create a game and they'll create it everything, and you're just not doing anything. You will be able to do that as well, but uh, it's not like um, it's really hard to create something that's novel and that wasn't ever seen before, like and yeah, I don't know, I don't want to get into the philosophical side of it, but just yeah, just you're lucky now because the requirements are simpler and they will be more complex in the future. I mean, not that you're lucky, but as I said, it's the same cognitive complexity, let's say, in the yeah, project assignment. How many levels? So I said one level. Okay. We can try making two teams and make games. It will help more interaction and collaboration. I know that will help a lot, but I didn't really prepare this course for that. Yeah, that's actually a thing that I didn't. I actually thought of that for the in-person course, but when it's remote, it's a bit trickier. Or at least I haven't like foresaw all of the implications and everything for it. Um, it's pretty hard to do it that way because there's this thing where when you are in a team and suddenly someone doesn't put the effort anymore or something, you'll get discouraged, or at least because of others you would slow down as well. But if there's no one in your own project, in your own team, and you're the only one, then you're fully responsible for everything that you're doing, and that's isolating the outcomes, and you can better when you isolate a phenomena, you can study it better. And I think each course should have this part where each student only do their own thing, and then ideally maybe like a third component, like the first component is the test skills, then the individual project grading, and then a team project grading. That will be, yes. And I think there's like a 95% chance that in the future this course will have a third component as well. So it will be about finding a team and working in a team, and theoretically there would be maybe, sorry, someone has,
That, that will be much more realistic.
yes. And basically if you are like 10 people, you would be able to have maybe 3 teams, right? And a team will have four of them or something like that. And you might be able to bring someone um, from outside. I don't know really about that. We'll have to think about it. And it will be, at least for the in real life version, IRL version of the course, so the in-person course, this would be a big part of it. and you'll basically be having a more complete assessment, a more complete assessment of your capabilities. Like you have your test, then you'll have your capabilities of working on stuff by yourself and just taking full responsibility, and then the third one is assessing your capability of working in a team, and probably that will also require me to add some more slides, about teamwork and stuff like that. But yeah, but I really like that. Like I have to note this down somewhere because it's really important. Let me check it. Yeah, wrote it there. But yeah, but for this course, like for this instance of this course right now, the project assignment will be like your solo project. So I don't want to try a lot of things and not be sure about them, right? We're going like straight at the target, like skill assessment and making a project all by yourself, or all by yourself. Let's say like I said, you can use the moment you use Google is not like creating it by yourself, right? Because as I said, you have most of the things in this course, and there might be some things that I haven't touched in the course, because as I said, Unity is so broad, like you cannot really know everything. But taking the test and like testing your knowledge and testing your ability to work by yourself on a project from start to end, and that's why the project is also simpler. That's I am trying to emphasize that quite a lot. The project should be simple but complete enough for a few days of development. No sane person would expect you to have a game full of colors and sounds and a lot of levels in a few days, right? So complete in the sense that you don't have your main menu very beautiful, but on your level it's just 30 seconds of gameplay, right? Just have like your entire game. I mean, I don't want to say entire game because it sounds big, but your entire game should be like the same amount of complexity in each part of it, in a sense, right? So try to have it like do breadth first search, not depth for depth first search. Okay. Part 2 of the course, probably, I don't know. We'll see about that. But yeah, that's something for the future. Because this course was thought to be complete enough, where it shows you the way and you go and ride your horse towards your goals. Yeah, guys. So if you have any suggestions about what I should change about the content of the course, maybe there isn't any, but if you have any suggestions now, you can let me know. And also about the pace. I know I don't think this course was fast paced. It was fast paced in the sense that we're trying to achieve a lot of things in 4 weeks. But me talking and just each session taken individually, it's pretty slow paced, and most probably you would watch this at 1.25x on YouTube. I tried 1.5 and it doesn't make sense. I don't know. And the style, so that like even the slides with all of these stars and everything. Yeah, I guess that's the style, or the style of me talking or thinking, or the style of the content. Just a general concept of style. I don't know, about how maybe the project is how the project is structured, the support project in the GitHub repo, whether that's supports this hello there, hello, hi. So yeah, and then what's lacking? Yeah, this would be probably in the content side, but actually, yeah, what can you change about the content necessarily, not like what you would add. That's what this thing is about. And what here is what's lacking. Like, what do you feel that's lacking? And there's a lot of things that are lacking, because uh, if you wanted to create like a racing game, maybe you haven't. You feel like we didn't talk too much about that, and I'm pretty sure you have a lot to say here as well. Yeah, guys. So please write like everything that you think here in the Meet chat, and I will take note of that. Yeah, just 2 or 3 minutes. I'm giving you 2 or 3 minutes, and let's see. Yeah, less technical detail in the coding part overall, and more practical examples. Yeah, of course. That's I always have this like, that's something that I really wanted to do anyway. But so those 2 days, the C sharp and the C sharp meets Unity. There's a lot of theory there, and I tried to also have examples in most of them. But there's so much content there, like yeah, and I feel like in maybe 3 out of 10 things, I didn't go enough into examples. So yeah, that's a piece where I think I can add more, like when I'll be maybe teaching this course in real life somewhere or something like that, or if somebody else will teach this course in real life, we'll see about how will that work. In those areas of the course, there need to be more practical examples. The third week tries to compensate a lot for those, because it's just me live coding for 4 days, and I don't know how many hours in total. I think there are maybe 12 hours in total, or 10 hours in total. I think it's like 12. Um, we're going from the new project, when you press new project, and towards building the project, and we have the build already. And maybe today, or I don't know, maybe we can do it today, where I try to this Monday I tried to upload the build through various platforms, and just the Apple App Store. They are calling it iTunes Connect, where you upload your app. I didn't upload it there, but I can do it today. And I actually have this in mind. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Let me just write it here. So okay, and then this. I think yeah, so the YouTube part, I will have to think about it. Like if I have like 20 people who are joining the Google Meet, maybe the live stream can be unlisted or something like that. And yeah, basically you're suggesting that we have more interactivity and incentivize people to enter the Google Meet instead of the YouTube stream, so that we will be here and yeah, there will be um, like more interaction, and yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. I'm sure there will be an incentive structure for that. Currently, not a lot of people confirmed their presence. I mean, they confirmed it, but they didn't show up that much. But I guess it's kind of expected. I mean, we are kind of within the parameters, so it's kind of the only way, probably, that this is the only way in which you start a course and a platform for courses at the same time. So yeah, like I'm really happy with the results, and I'll see more in your private feedback how it went. But yeah, let's see what's next for. And yeah, if you can say whatever you liked about it, you can write it here. So yeah, like if there isn't anything, maybe you make something up. Yeah. So what did you like about it? I'm waiting. Yes, it's a unique amount of effort. Um, I saw a few courses, not on game development, but on other areas where people have put a significant effort into it, and yeah, like I really appreciate that a lot. I think the most relevant example here is the Bucky Roberts, like Bucky Roberts, from the New Boston channel. That guy like devours books, and yeah, he's very passionate about learning. Um, yeah, and I'm kind of doing the same thing, but I have my own reasons for doing this and my own style and everything. And like everyone else has its own style and so on and so forth. Yeah, you know, when you're talking about yourself, it uh, it feels fake. So I don't want to talk too much, but I try to cover the whole spectrum of what you need to know to be to be a game developer, whatever that means. That might mean an indie game developer, a freelancer, work as part of a company, like maybe found your own game studio, or just be a hobbyist. Like, you can have it as a hobby, right? You can, like, you have fishing as a hobby, you can have this as a hobby, and maybe you don't need to make money out of it, or you just don't want, or whatever, right? So I try to cover the whole spectrum, and I try to go from like not knowing anything to how you talk in an interview, so that it's the complete package, but not in the sense that you're learning all of the tools in Unity, but the broad view, the bird eye view of the whole journey, wherever you want to go. Because there are a lot of cool and good tutorials on YouTube that will teach you everything about Unity's animator, anything about Unity's I don't know, character controller, or anything about whatever, or anything about taking an interview or whatever, right? So, and that's how there's this pitfall that people fall into, that, yeah, it's even called tutorial hell or whatever, because you're watching something and you really like it, and you just then say like, okay, what will I do next, or how will I use this? And I mean, you know how to use it, but then maybe you don't know another piece of the puzzle, and you keep watching tutorials that are not complete enough, and it might feel complicated, but it's not complicated. Like, in a game, most often you will not need to know too many details about a very particular functionality, but you will need to know the bird's eye view of the project, like where it starts, how it evolves, and where it ends. And yeah, and not only about the project, but about how you are getting into a project, whether as a freelancer and whatever, right? Or as an employee, or as an indie dev. And this is just my take, my interpretation of what a course should be like, and what a course should be like regardless of the subject matter. So, because in school, for example, they don't teach you exactly how to apply some of the skills, or if they teach that, maybe they don't teach enough about the context, or when should you apply them, or just stuff that you only learn when you just enter the workforce, or enter uh, yeah, maybe, guys, if you're watching for 2027, this would feel ancient for you, the word workforce, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe you're watching this on an old phone, and you have like sticks and stuff, like after World War III or something. I don't know, joking. um yeah, and I try to, as I said, to have an as broader as a view that's as broad as possible about your journey. Yeah, the experience that you were sharing yesterday, what I liked the most is the challenge of making a game, and the fact that you made the game with us. Yeah, so the experience you were sharing yesterday, that's a good first person view in the domain. Yeah, and that's why people pay a lot of money for this, all the consultants, all of the gurus on all of the domains, because they might appear fake or whatever, and they just doing it for clickbait or whatever, but a few of them, they really know stuff. So they know something that you don't know, and or maybe you already know what they know, but just seeing that they've done that thing, they've just knowing that someone did the thing that they are teaching makes a huge difference in how much you trust them, and or how legit do you think their experience is. um I don't necessarily think that you should only be teaching what you have done. Maybe you're good at teaching something straight from a book, even if you haven't worked in that field. But um, yeah, I will try to focus more and with the platform in general, and that's why I'll try to focus on people who have worked in the field that they're teaching in, and I'm talking about people who want to teach their skills through the platform. And that's why the New Education Manifesto has this part where it says that the 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 teachers should have worked in the field that they're teaching in, right? That they're creating a course in. Um, yeah. Anyway, I like the all-inclusive approach to everything. Yeah, not the surface level, but really in depth. Yeah, I went in depth from time to time, mostly in the coding part because I kind of feel that that's my main area of expertise. There was something for everyone, regardless of their experience. Yeah, that's true. That's really true because I try to um I try to appeal to absolute beginners also. And as I said, you will be coming back to this course throughout the years, most probably, if you're a beginner, because some parts it's like a level in an RPG, maybe like the Dark Souls game or whatever, where you cannot fight the master and you just leave it there and you go somewhere else, and then you come back after half the game, then you can kill the master. And it's the same thing here. You just come back and then you will see uh what you've missed, or what you didn't understand, or what you didn't need to understand. um it would even be a mistake to try to understand everything as an absolute beginner. Well, you should have bothered me. That's why I put the Saturday optional session. But I think in the real life, so in the in-person version of the course, I would, not optional, but I would just straightly show up there and on the Saturdays, and if nobody else needed any help, I would just be there and just work on my stuff. I mean, it's not that um, there's no difference probably. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your input. Yeah, so there's this 2-minute interview, which is, I mean, it should be called interview. It should be called like individual 2-minute call. 2-minute talk. Words are shape a lot what you feel, but I just want to convey this just idea that we'll talk for 2 minutes. And yeah, it's optional. This is a thing that will be mostly for feedback. So I'll be sending you a survey, but I would really like to also hear from you firsthand, and just say hi at rockstart.ai, and we'll find the time. And yeah, this would be feedback for me for the course, and it will be really quick, just 2 minutes, and I won't be able to stay much longer than that. So you can do it while you're traveling, or while you're going, I don't know, from the grocery stores home, or whatever. Yeah, just do this, please, and just mention like 2-minute talk or whatever. and I don't know what's that about. I'll send you a link and we'll do it. Doesn't matter the day. And this is the link for the survey itself. Here will be a survey. At the moment of recording, you will see a message there about the survey being in progress. But for everyone else, just go at this link and you'll have the survey for this course, for the Unity course, which is the only one. And I think you can also write GameDev course, because the first GameDev course will use Unity. I don't know if there will be more of them or not. Yeah, so have this link, and maybe I can copy it. Okay, YouTube. And you'll get the instructions there. At this moment in 2024, 1st or 2nd of August, you'd you'll get a different message than after 1 year. I don't know if you're watching after 1 year, but it's the same thing. You'll go here and you'll know what to do. I would really appreciate it. Like, this is very, very important for me. Good. Yeah, I don't want to bore you too much, because as someone who's only interested in learning to be a game dev, you would not be interested about like the platform itself or whatever. But in general, the rockstart.ai platform will be a platform for free courses. And I mean, the way we'll monetize it will be just like if you're a teacher and you have like 5 courses. If you want to put more than 5 courses, you need to pay or something like that. Like, I mean, very boring and basic. But the contrarian thing that I would like this platform to have is free education, so free courses for people, but complete. So nothing like freemium or courses where you have to pay to win or pay to get more or something like that, right? So okay, 1 second. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to create this platform, and it's not easy, because I don't have a huge following on socials or whatever. I had to build credibility, and this is the main reason I've created this course. So it's a win-win for me and for you. Yeah, and this is my way of showing what's the quality of the courses that I want to have on this platform. And I'm not saying that you cannot have better courses. You always can have something better. So if you, or if someone you know, or if whoever's watching this, if you guys did anything in your life, anything, like you just didn't just watch a wall your whole life, you surely can create a course about it. And just imagine, like, did you do anything in your life? Did you just swim or whatever, right? Or cooked or drew some art or whatever? Just you can create a course for it. It can be, I think there will be a standard to have it like at least a week, so 5 days, and maybe at most 3 months, or I don't know, something like that. Just try to create one, or just, I mean, reach out or talk to me, because when at this moment the platform is not there. But like after a few months, I will see exactly when. Like you'll have everything that you need on the platform. Like you will have video tutorials and intros, and how to approach this and how to create them, and tools where you just put your knowledge, and the course creates themselves, and the questionnaires and the tests for your students create themselves, and suggestions, and like everything creates themselves. You just need to put the knowledge and all of that. That's the AI part of the Rockstart AI, because like we'll be using a lot of these tools to give you a lot of leverage. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited about this platform, and it's one of those things where I'm trying to do the opposite of what I feel like doing, because I feel like controlling everything, and I feel like making sure that everything works and everything is set up before I show my face, before I launch or whatever. But I'm trying to fight that thing, and ex- um, I succeeded at overcoming that thing, and I'm just launching the thing. I'm just putting stuff out there, and it's just like throwing it and throwing your net and see what you catch, or and that's like the best philosophy for life, I think. Just try to put yourself and your content out there, and you never know who you'll find or what opportunity will find you. Um, yeah, so that's about Rockstar AI. And I mean, since we're at it, um, let's go again let's go again over the 5 pillars. Sorry if this is boring for you, but I'm trying to also like appeal for to people that might want to teach courses at some point. So that's what this platform would help with. And I'd really like, if not my platform, but maybe another platform that uses this manifesto, which is the same thing. You see, so this platform, like the rockstart.ai platform, has the same content as neweducation.org website, where's the manifesto of what new education is. But imagine here is a site similar to Coursera, right? Which with everything there. Yeah, so there are 5 pillars. So you have legitimacy, so tutors have real world expertise. You have access, so the courses are free and complete, and the tutors don't expect immediate financial gains, but their outstanding classes were naturally lead to paid private coaching, recognition, sponsorship, and book sales. So at this moment, the current version of my vision is teachers who already earn something, or who just don't have costs or whatever. Like they are not doing this for immediate financial gains. And there's like 5% of people probably, of teachers, or people who want to teach their skills, that will fit into this niche. And from a survey that I've done, like even 10 to 5 10 to 15% of people uh, fit into this niche. So it's a niche actually for teachers. It's not like whole teachers. So it's not like you're leaving your job and you're doing a course here and you're making it. That won't be the first version of the platform, because that's hard to do. I hope in the future I would be able to like expand the applicability of the platform to many more people who want to teach their skills. Um, yeah, so based on first principles, so obvious necessity, which means like it's pull based versus push based. So you are teaching something that your students are interested in, and you're making it interesting so that they are pulling the information, so they are uh, eager to get the information from you, to ask you questions about it, and you're not pushing the information into them, and you're not like forcing the information into their head. So if they are not pulling the information from you, it means either you did a bad job at triaging people, or like selecting people who are interested in the course, or like people are interested in the course, but you're not presenting it in a way that shows them how will they apply it in the real life, and how will this course achieve each individual's needs in the present or in the future. And that's what I mean, everything here is like a guideline, but having this in mind, you'll know what your target is. You'll want your students to almost feel the need for information, for more information, like in a TV series where they want to see what happens next, right? Um, it's not like the TV series is sending you an email and telling you, please watch the next episode or whatever. You usually want to see the next episode because you're curious what happens next. Critical thinking over parroting. So this one is pretty simple. Like you're trying to convey this just the thinking part, or just you make people think instead of memorize stuff. So at no point you should encourage like memorizing stuff. And this is like probably one of the biggest problems in education. Like of course there are some things that you might need to memorize, but most of the time there are ways in which you can memorize something logically, or there are like acronyms, right, where each letter means something, and that's why you have to kind of memorize them. But in general, if people cannot retain the information, again, maybe you didn't triage them enough, or well in the beginning, so that you let people who are not really interested about the course enter the course, or you're not making it engaging enough, right? Or you're not explaining them what will happen if they are not paying attention to this session or something like that, right? Um, creativity over standardization, that's what I like. Just standardization is a archaic concept. It's not really made for the current era, so education is also really behind with this thing. Yeah, hands-on practice over homework. So like if you had to choose, like they chose in the Agile manifesto, having a working product over having a good documentation, you should choose a working product with bad documentation over a product that's kind of good or barely working, but a good documentation, right? If you had to choose only one of them, right? And this is kind of the same thing, emphasizing hands-on practice over homework. So if you had to choose one of them, just choose hands-on practice. So that like I did the 4 days of live coding, right? And also this one, I mean, all of them are important. Like the more I read them, the more like I want to say like, this one is the most important one. This one, yeah. Self growth over comparison to peers, and I don't have like a full solution for this, but I would like to start at just a system that evaluates people to what they were some time ago, and not comparing them to others, because it's comparing yourself to others is good for some people, but it's not good for everyone. And if you want to maximize the growth of everyone, you should do this. This is like the better way. Like you should compare people to what they were maybe a year ago or something, so that if you have like 100 points, 100 score on a test, maximum, like achieving 100 should mean that you're like twice better than the year before, not like not like you answering 100 questions right, the same as the other people. So, and there, of course, you can have this. You can ask yourself, okay, but if we were to pay people, shouldn't we pay people objectively? Like, if you can do more work, you should be paid more. And I haven't solved that problem yet, and I don't know. I'm just hoping that that question will get irrelevant at some point, or at least partially irrelevant. Because, or at least you can have both systems at once. I mean, you can have them both at once. So you can have, because the school's job is to improve you as much as possible and to enable your genetic and nurtured self as much as possible, right? And there's also a quote of about, I don't know who, maybe Socrates had that quote, like, education is not the filling of a vessel, but the kindling of a flame. And so education shouldn't be like something that tries to fill some hole in you, but it should be like kindling of a flame in the sense that it should amplify what you already are. And that's what self-growth over comparison to peers would do to you. So basically, a school should turn you into the best version of yourself, and that doesn't have anything to do with comparison to others. Because if you're comparing yourself with how you were like maybe a month ago or a year ago, and you're like aiming maybe being like twice as good each year or 30% as good, you'd grow like a lot. So that would be enough. And also, like, yeah, humor over authority, again, the same thing. Like, if you had to choose one of them, like, choose humor, choose like put memes in your slides, or be funny. Some of us aren't funny, but you should, I don't know, just try. And you at least will be funny. Like, people will laugh at you trying to be funny. At least, right? Just do that. um yeah, and efficiency, and this is the AI part, but not only like this. You see, we're not like mentioning AI or anything here, but just tech in general. Just try to not be a purist where I'm just using pen and paper, I don't like technology or whatever. That's not really what, probably, I mean, it's not something I encourage, right? So integration of technology to handle routine tasks, so we can amplify human potential. So it's kind of self-explanatory. So we can amplify the creativity in people by uh, delegating routine tasks, or repetitive tasks, or tasks where you don't learn anything from them, to somebody else. And of course, some tasks help you. They're like meditation, like driving is kind of a monotonic repetitive task, but it's kind of like meditation. So uh be the designer of your own life. That's like another subject there. But in general, there's still a lot of inefficiency in the education process. And self-replication. So the free access creates this feedback loop where students at some point become professionals, and some of them will again become tutors or teachers or instructors, whatever, right? So this is how I foresee it. So it kind of makes sense, right? So if you were part of a course that inspired you, after 4 or 5 years, when you are good enough, you might want to create your own course, and you'll use this as a proxy for what a good course is. And hopefully you see a lot of issues in this course, and you are approaching them and creating a better course. I mean, I would be really happy if you do that. I mean, please see a lot of issues. I don't know. Try to see them. Maybe I'm not seeing them. And yeah, you can. yeah, so this is my rant about the platform. Let's see if you guys asked anything here. So try to go back into the stream if you have questions about like the service and all of that. But as I said, most of those things are optional. So there's like a call for a survey. There's a link to a more advanced survey, and I think that's it. Yeah. You can do anything. Just yeah. Even if you just shoot an email and write there, that's it's not something you have to do. Good. And if you guys, I mean, I'd really like if you can, if we can do a group photo, so a group screenshot. Yeah, just let me know in the Google Meets here if you can't. So yeah, if we get like maybe 2 of you or 3 of you, I don't know. Hi. Yeah, so if you guys can show your camera and we can make a group photo, I would really appreciate it. Maybe at some point, I don't know, this would make the difference between somebody deciding whether this course is legit or not. Hi, nice to meet you. What about you guys? Do you want to yeah, do you want to take the jump? Yeah, let's wait maybe 30 more seconds or 1 minute. I mean, actually, I don't there's no rush. I've created. I did a screenshot, but let's just wait. Maybe you guys, B2 or Colin. What do you say? Do you want to? Are you up for a group photo? Maybe you're at the bathroom or something. I'll wait. I'll wait 1 minute. Don't worry. Colin, are you here? Yeah, actually, yeah, because the stream is here on this screen. So yeah, you aren't actually getting on YouTube, but it would really help me. Yeah, I might just yeah, I will ask you guys. I don't know if yeah, I will try to maybe I will post it on Twitter at some point, but I will send you an email, and if one of you don't, like, I'll wait for a week or something for you to answer. If you don't really want, I will just blur your face, right? Then it's still someone, but we don't know who that is. But it's still better than nothing, right? But yeah, it's a good thing to have, like, to have some kind of proof that you're real people. Yeah, okay, man. So it's no problem if you guys don't want to, but All right. Thanks anyway. But I took the screenshot. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the last slide. Happy trails, and we can keep in touch. That's the link to the course and everything about the course. I generated this one with in ChatGPT. Didn't want any like. I wanted to a beautiful end screen, a symbolic one where you are a cowboy or a cowgirl and you're going into the unknown, and you have a horse. The horse is your knowledge from this course, and I think you are well equipped to build your own game, get a job, but not exactly right now. Like I said, you should create a few projects of yours. But I really think you're well equipped, and you don't need anything else to become a hobbyist game dev or freelancer game dev or indie game dev or whatever. I think like you have everything you need, and there's nothing else that's very very important that you don't already know from this course. There are a lot of details that you will have to Google or whatever, find or learn about from other channels, maybe on YouTube, or maybe like more in-depth stuff about a particular area. But like in general, you have everything you know. You have everything that you need at this point. And realistically speaking, I know that not all of you saw all of the sessions entirely. I not even I mean in probably 40% of the courses that I took, I didn't watch the whole sessions or whatever, right? But if you feel like something's missing, maybe just take a look at the titles, and you you will find stuff there related to that thing. And I will also put the chapters in YouTube. Somebody asked this on Reddit, and yeah, I will have to I have to find like a bot that I tag in comments or whatever. Like on Twitter, we can tag a bot account, and they have some functionalities for it. Um, and they will create like chapters for me, or maybe there's a tool that creates chapters, and I will just adjust them. So you'll be able to just browse the whole playlist and go over the chapters and see what you see. Yeah, you see all the chapters, and it'll be easier to browse. Yeah, so this is, like I said, the last slide, the last course, the last session, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful, and I will be always on the Discord channel, on the GameDev part, and currently that's the only channel, the GameDev in the Discord. But I expect them there to be more, like maybe an AI tools small course, and like anyone else that would want to create a course, and it will be of high quality, then we will have it there as well. Um, we won't have many courses. We will have just one or maybe two courses per domain, so that yeah, you won't need much more than that. So that's why I've created this course, to set the standard. But yeah, enough of the talking. Um, I won't know what to do with myself next week at 18:30. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, I know. TV series always leave me like that. So I also liked the structure, the yeah, of doing something at 18:30. Um, yeah, the thing is that I might create like a bonus mini series where I'm continuing to work on the Duck Invaders game. Uh, because maybe, I mean, I don't know if you believe me, but I really like the game. Like, I'm really excited about it, and I guess I would just create a very minimal version of it and maybe launching it. Like saying it like naming it a launch would be too much, but yeah, launching actually means anything. Like the moment you put something out there, you launch it basically. Um, yeah, I'll see about that. I mean, I will work on that game, but yeah, maybe as a like I said, bonus mini series. Um, because it cost me nothing because I will if I will be live coding it, then yeah, maybe I'll just add maybe a 20% more time for also explaining what happens there. Um, yeah, we'll see. Just uh, if you're subscribed or if you're following the Discord or if I have your email and probably having it, I probably have it. I will just try to announce it, and it can even be this Monday. I don't know. I'll see about that. But yeah, that's it actually. Um, yeah. So this is the last slide, and what I would like to do next, and yeah, it's kind of so like officially, let's say that today's session ended, but I'd like to go uh through the Apple App Store and upload the build of the Duck Invaders so that I'll kind of finish what I started on Thursday or Monday. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, because I uploaded the build everywhere, but on the App Store you need like 2 days for you needed 2 days for for getting approved and all that. Um, yeah, so if you want to watch that, uh, feel free to stay here. If not, then maybe see you next week if I will be making a mini series. Yeah. So yeah, thanks. So let's go into Apple App Store. Duck Invaders. Yeah, and I have to see it. I think it's called App Store Connect. Okay, it's fine. That's my email. Doesn't matter. I'm barely using this email, so use a passkey from another device. No. Yeah, so let's see. All right, let's see how it works. So we have apps. We'll create an app. Okay, add apps. We can target all of these things, and why not? We can also target macOS, I guess. Select the list platform, request the part of the iOS platform. iOS, macOS. Yeah, we can have macOS as well. So let's call it. I mean, we might need to change the name at some point. Maybe there's like some copyright infringement or whatever. Oh, interesting. Register a new bundle here. Okay, let's register a new bundle. Nope, that's another. Okay, bundle. Okay. Certificates, identifiers. I think this is it. Identifiers. Yeah. So let's get into the project. Register a new identifier app ID. Yeah, this is it. So you have to register it. While for others, you just have it there by default. Uploading it implies that you're registering it. com.rockstart.ai, not doc invaders. Platform, you cannot use whatever, bundle ID. Okay, I don't want that, no, just explicit. Register an app ID, description. I think this is internal description, not... yeah, and you'll have to basically... Yeah, I think you need to read about these things. App groups, I don't know what app groups means. Communications, notifications. Yeah. Family control. Fonts. Pose. Inter-app audio. Maps. Network extensions. Maybe we need this. Push notifications. Sign in with Apple. You might need this. Yeah, maybe we can look into like App Store, Unity. I think these are called entitlements. That's, I think, what they are called. Capabilities. App Store, Unity, yeah, basically, I think you can change this afterwards. If not, you'll create a new app ID. Okay, app services. Okay, continue. Register. Identifier. So now we have an identifier. And I don't know if you can select it here, but you have to refresh, add apps, duck invaders, English, duck invaders. We don't need unique ID for app that's not visible to users. Well, I don't know. This one, I guess. User access. You can limit which users see this app in App Store. Connect. If you select full access, all users will access. Okay. Users with the admin financial reports can view. Oh, in App Store Connect. Okay. All right, and we can iOS. Okay. You know what? Let's do this real fast. Player input. So what will this do is if we are on mobile, it will fire automatically. That's it. And yeah, we'll do this thing like and have like min fire interval might be like 0.1. Can be a constant. And I mean, if it's constant, I'm old school and I'll do just that. This is, yeah, this is a convention for constants. Yeah. So check fire. If time, like time minus time last fired smaller than minimum, return. Okay, start fire, progress fire, stop fire. Yeah, I think for our case, we're only handling this thing. Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll do, let's keep it simple and we'll just do this. So time last fired is when we pressed, actually, no, when we stop firing. Yeah. So when we press the mouse, kept the mouse, then release the mouse, and time last fired. When we released the mouse, that was the last time we fired. But if we are on mobile, yeah, let's keep it even simpler than that. We'll just do this if application that is mobile. What a beautiful thing, right? You have that. You have everything there. We'll just do like start fire, progress fire, and stop fire all at once. And yeah, let's do this as well. It's fine if we are copying it. It's not that hard to understand. If this was like 100 lines of code, maybe we would need to split a bit. But that's what it will do. And let's actually do this thing. So min fire interval. Let's do this actually. Fire interval mobile. And yeah, time last fired. And you can see already it's not like the best way of doing it, but you kind of get the grasp of how how stuff works when you're on a deadline. You're doing it, you're just making it work, and then you're improving it. So if you're a mobile platform, then you're doing this. So if time dot last time fired mobile. Or actually, you don't need mobile. I mean, when you fire, you fire. It doesn't matter if you're on mobile or not. Because we don't want, like on mobile, to always have maximum fire rate. Right. You still need to, yeah, you still need to, because you'd be overpowered on mobile, right? And we're keeping like a good balance. Like on mobile, you're firing 5 per second, and on desktop, you can fire 10 per second if you just keep clicking too fast, right? Fast enough. So yeah, you can even have it like this. And now it's more explicit. Yeah. Good. Yeah, and now in theory it should work on mobile. And we can do, just to test it. So it will always enter here. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Maybe we can make it a bit faster. Like maybe 1.5. Yeah, makes sense. Good, and that's all. So we are on iOS. We have the debugging and signing. I think it will be made by Xcode. I don't think we have to do anything here. Or actually, if we're on Mac, we can download the provisioning profile. I think we can do it here. Let's see. We are here. We have this thing. We go to test flight. That's how you first upload where you first upload your build, which is, if you remember from Android, from Google Play, you have this thing here. So you have internal testing, and then you have, yeah, you basically have 2 tracks as on Google. On Google, we have like internal, then closed, then open testing 3. Here you have 2, if I remember correctly. You have internal, and then you have test flight, and those are your 2 testing tracks. And I think it's better this way. It's easier. And then of course you have your distribution, which is a whole different way, or at least it just is the same thing, but distribution means it's just public, right? And create new internal group. Group name QA. So your testers or your whatever, right? And you'll be adding, I will add myself, and I am my own tester first. No builds available. So, okay. Okay, test information. Complete test information is required to submit the build for external testing. So external testing is where you send a link to someone and they can join your testing, right? Uh, This is Space Invaders, like game. Live coded. Live coded. Yeah, anyway. Feedback email. Let's have this marketing URL, privacy policy, just for now. Contact information. Okay, the app doesn't need that. We don't need a username and a password for our app. Saved. Okay. Complete test information. So I don't think we need this, right? Sign in required. We don't need contact. Okay. Need like a contact. Phone number, no need. Is that enough? Okay. We need a phone number. I don't know. I don't want to put a number here. Just an example phone number for now. Okay. No more yellow check mark. Okay. Good. Okay, this is test flights. The test flight thing. Build. Let's see, is this enough for test flight? Don't we need like a provisioning profile? So app information, app store ratings. I think we need something like a provisioning profile. So app information. App Store Connect resources. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's just iOS build. Let's build it. Yeah, we have the good one. So we have to go into the player settings and we'll go into this and we have to set device SDK. Enable whatever. Yeah, your own things. But there's this thing here, provisioning profile. So it's just a file which you create in the App Store Connect that describes who can install your game, right? And you just browse it here and you, yeah, you put it here and then because when you do internal testing, you kind of have to register all over the devices which will run your game internally. But you can also have the test flight open beta. I think that's what it's called, where you don't need to register all of the devices. You just send a link to your users and they will be able to test it. And I'm trying to find where I will create that provisioning profile. Users and access, users, developer, marketing, sandbox, integrations, cloud. Provisioning profile. Create provisioning profile. In order to manually sign an app in Xcode, you need an app ID. Okay, register an app. Okay, alternatively, you can register multiple devices using your developer account. For the complete macOS app, whatever, required role, whatever. In certificates, identifiers, and profiles. Apps, reports, business, trends, business. Okay, nothing. Let's see, the certificates, identifiers, and profiles. Click the profiles in the sidebar. Okay, but how do I arrive here? Account, resources. Oh, okay. If you Google it, you'll find it. So I have identifiers, I have devices, I have profiles, I have keys, I have services. In the profiles, you create a profile, generate a profile. And under development, select the type of provisioning profile you want to create. Then continue. iOS app development for iOS and watch. Okay. Select the app ID, select one or more development certificates, then click continue, select one or more devices, enter a profile name, click generate, click download the provisioning profile. Okay. I see. So we have development and we have distribution. Create a distribution provisioning profile to install your app on a limited number of registered devices. Create a developer ID provisioning. Test devices. Let's try this one. I don't really remember, but it's one for internal testing, one for test flight. Since test flight has been integrated in the App Store, you'll need to upload it to iTunes Connect, which means you need an App Store provisioning profile, not an ad hoc one. Okay. What provisioning profile for ad hoc provisioning profiles are used to limit number of devices testing this files limit the number of devices. Okay. Does internal testing App Store 2022 distributing your app to registered devices. For external testing group, you need to provide a build. For internal, you have automatic mail distribution. Okay, yeah, I think those things for ad hoc stuff is just when you're sending the build manually, like the actual file, not when you're doing it through test flight. Distributing your app to registered devices. Okay, let's do this. So let's App Store Connect. Create a distribution version, submit your app to App Store Connect. Select an app ID. Continue. Create certificate. Yeah, there's this dance that you have to do each time, and I don't really remember it, but you do it once and then can use it multiple times, and then when you go to the next level of publishing, you do a different step and so on and so forth. 1 second so I can start the lights. Good. So Apple development, services. We don't need services. We need just. Okay, we don't need outside. We need. Okay. iOS distribution, App Store Connect, and ad hoc. Submission. Okay. Or okay. What certificate? You can send the app signed with distribution certificate to test file. Then download the generate certificate. Okay. Icon certificate for test flight. Okay. Yeah, I'm going directly to test flight because it's kind of easier if you have a distributed team and all of that. Like you can send them your link, or they will actually get notified automatically. But there's this intermediary step, and the one that many companies do, where they have an ad hoc, what's called a certificate and distribution profile, where they are they are registering specific devices, and that only those devices can run the game. And then they are when they are creating the app, when they are building it, they are putting that provisioning profile here, and only those devices will be able to play the game. And that's actually good for security, right? Um, I've never done it, but yeah, and I think it's even easier than what we're doing now. But since I never did it, I won't be going into it. So basically, we need to go and do an Apple distribution or iOS distribution, right? With the App Store distribution profile. iOS, whatever. Apple distribution or iOS distribution. You have to be good at Googling, right? The certificate supports building, running distribution. Okay, pre-existing. Continue to work over new certificates, create user types, previous versions, whatever. Apple distribution are the newer one and are required for the transition. Perfect. So we'll be using these ones. So we have Apple distribution. Upload the certificate signing request. To manually generate, you create a certificate. Okay, let's find how we do that. Launch the keychain. Manage, go to passwords. Okay. Okay, let's use the touch ID or whatever. I mean, you'll get, I just don't want to show it. Maybe there's a password that you will see or something. I don't know. Probably not, but you see here, you'll get the idea. So choose keychain access certificate. Wait. Share password so you can safely whatever. Okay. Did I do that or do I have to? Okay. Go to passwords in system settings to manage your passwords and passkeys. Passwords, okay. Set up verification codes and view security recommendations to keep your account safe. No issues found. Oh, this is just like a nice thing to do. Like, okay, I see. Good. So I open the keychain access in the certificate assistant. Okay, where are you? Keychain access certificate assistant. Oh, from the basically from here. You where you are in your keychain access, you do this certificate assistant. Create a certificate, whatever. Certificate assistant. Create request a certificate from a certificate authority. Okay. Enter an email address in the user email address field. So we will be using that hi at rockstart.ai. In the common name, enter name for the key. For example, my dev key. Sorry. I actually will be using another email of mine. So in the CA email address field empty, then save to disk. Okay, continue. Let's save it somewhere on the desktop. Certificate signing request. We're saving it. We're showing it in Fiverr, in Finder, and it's here. Certificate signing request. It's not hard. It's very simple, so you don't need to really see it. Choose file. Continue. I mean, if you've ever signed a PDF, that's how it feels. So, I mean, it's not rocket science. It's just a few boring steps. Okay, so I have the certificate. Now I go back, or where? Here, or where? Where were I? Where was I? We've created a certificate. Oh, here. So I have it. I downloaded it. Okay. Good. So now all certificates. Those are certificates. Profiles. Okay. I don't really remember where I was. So yeah. Profile. I did generate profile, but I think I just closed that tab, and that's why. We have distribution and we have certificates, profiles. Well, let's do again. So let's do distribution App Store Connect. Like invaders, continue. Oh, okay, we didn't lose anything. Good, so until August 2nd, 2025. Provisioning profile name. Default. Distribution. App ID. Generate. And this is our distribution profile. And I'm putting it on desktop as well. So good, those are distribution profiles, and this is the manual way of doing it, but there's a cool thing called Fastlane. And this has its own tutorials, and it's better to read about it as part of Unity Dev's life. So as part of the Unity stuff, because there are some plugins with Unity and some continuous integration tools for GitHub and all of that, where you just push your code and it does the build and everything, and you get a notification when it's done, and you can already install the game. It's amazing, but it requires it requires maybe a week of work, but then you have it automatically. Like, you're not I mean, this certificate creation is for 1 year, so it's fine. But when you're building your game, you are basically, it takes you a lot of time to always set these certificates and all of that. But I mean, if you're putting them here in Unity, let's see, profile ID, provisioning certificate. I mean, I can do this. I can just, I don't know, let's say that like I will be developing on the Mac for maybe for the whole year. So it's safe to say that I may just create a folder like dev. I created this. So like, 1 second, I will show you. So I have like my profile folder, then dev, then app store, and I will drag my stuff here. So the distribution and the provisioning profile. And the signing request, you don't need it. You don't need that. That's just temporary, if I remember correctly. This defines what devices, or it's about distributing it, and this is the certificate. Like, I'm not an expert. Like, I don't really know what they mean, but usually mobile provision means like what devices will be able to uh, run my game, and if it's distribution, then any device basically, but you still need it. And the certificate is, this is a file that represents, I mean, this is secret, right? So this thing is yours, is like a key, so you're signing your build, so people know that your account signed this thing, right? And that's how they will accept your build. Good. Let's see. I mean, I think Xcode might see my distribution, like the certificate automatically. I don't think I need to build a game with it now. Yeah, we'll export the project. So we have like release, whatever, and just build it. Just build it in the, just build a new folder, iOS device. And it will take maybe 2 minutes first time. And then we'll be opening Xcode, and we'll be, because it just, oh, wow. And we'll just, you know, we'll just see there if we can select our provisioning profile and everything, because Xcode is connected to our account. And And maybe we can just see it here, right? So let's see, preparing editor functionality. Where is it? Let's see. I think it's somewhere here. Oh, okay. Signing and capabilities, automatically manage signing. Will reset build settings, allowing code to automatically manage signing. Will reset the code sign identity and provision profile. Build settings to default values. Okay, let's try. Team, add account. Sign in with your Apple ID. Oh, I'm not signed in. Okay, let's do it. I'll just do it here in this. Let's select the type of account. Would you like to add Apple ID? Let's see. Oh, that's all. Nice. So this is the theme. Actually, it's the individual account. Okay. Xcode managed profile. Okay, I see. I think it created a profile. Yeah, I think it created a profile, you know. So we can take a look at it here. Certificates. Yeah, I think this is one. This is the one that it created, or one of them, because there are two development ones. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go Xcode. Good. This one automatically signed. Release. Apple development. Release for running. Build settings. Build phases. Yeah, you know, where is it? I mean, we can even do it like because I've mostly done it through CI, so I've directly went through the fast lane. And the way fast lane works, it takes these two guys. I mean, it works. It's pretty complex, but the way the easy way of explaining it is it takes these two things and puts them in their own repository on GitHub, a private repository. And through an interface, you're creating the certificates, renewing them, and all of that. And more than that, you can also just build the whole game, the whole app game through a command line interface, and it already automatically uploads it and everything. And yeah, it's like a tool that does two things. It manages these things because they expire after a year, but also builds the game and uploads it. How to upload your app to test flight. How to get your into test flight and test it. So combine, create an archive of your app. Okay. To use any of whatever create. Okay. An archive is a build. Okay. In the main menu, choose a scheme and run a destination to build for the schema. Then choose product archive to build the targets included in that scheme for the class of device you select. Okay. Test flight internal only. Okay. Counts. Okay, then set your version and build number. Okay. In general, version and build. Okay, okay. I remember this. So general. General. Version. Okay. Build. 1 version 1.0. App category. Games. Action game. Is it action game or what? What's like arcade? It's adventure. I mean, there's a lot of action there. Action game. I don't need a display name because I already have like Duck Invaders, right? Okay. Product archive. Archive. Do I have to build first and then archive? Select your version, starts whatever. Yeah, this is the thing. If you remember, I said that we'll do this like the timestamp for their build ID. In the toolbar where you normally select your real device or simulator, either select the real device or select any iOS device. If you have simulator selected, you can't archive. Any iOS device. Click product and archive. Can automate app signing and distribution. Once you complete setup, you will have a workflow that automatically creates an archive of your app. Okay, can we do this? Duck Invaders. This is the product. Okay, next. Branch changes. Latest release. Archive. Oh, okay, so it will archive whenever I change the branch. Maybe. Grant access to your source code. Wow, that's so amazing. So I didn't know that you can do this thing. Okay, I see. But I think this works for native apps. So because we have like a Unity app, the way you do this, you would go and create a repository on your GitHub account and you'd upload the build, like the exported project, the exported project from Unity. So you do this Duck Invaders, this thing, build iOS device. So this thing basically, you'd be uploading this thing to that GitHub repo. And then App Store, whenever you change that repo, it will automatically create a build and upload an app for you. But it's kind of, it's a bit, you know, let's see how much space does this take. You have 800 megs, right? Yeah, so yeah, it's mostly for native apps, I think. Okay, just let's forget about it by now. Yeah, let's cancel. So product archiving, and my the Mac would just start screaming, probably. Okay, distribute the app. In the organizing main list of archives, you'll see the archive you just created. Okay, distribute app button. For the next set of screens, you'll always go with the defaults, and you build more advanced apps, integrate, this might change. For preparing app record, you will only see the screen the very first time, you'll whatever. Okay. Once you're okay. Always allow. Okay. Archives. Validate app. Validate. I think this is a nice thing to do. It's a pre-check so that your app won't be rejected even for internal testing or test flight testing. There are some checks, so instead of uploading it and getting it rejected, just you can do like a pre-validation. They might still reject it. Thanks a lot for everything you taught us. It's a great course. My pleasure. Too bad I'm too beginner to understand a big part of it. Don't worry, you can just rewatch it multiple times. We'll talk on Discord about the exam and the game. I need to go. Bye. Bye. You've already left, but bye. Yeah, and Colin, you said I need to go as well. Thanks for everything. It was awesome being part of these lessons. You really set us for something great. I will shoot you an email with GitHub to the project, and hopefully next Friday we can take the test too. All the best. Thanks, man. Thanks for attending. Nice. Validated. Nice. App Store Connect. Internal. Test flight internal only. Distribute. And you can do this with Mac in cloud service or whatever. This is an old service. Maybe it still works fine, but probably there is a lot of them already. A lot of competitors. So $25 per month, and you don't need to buy I don't know, $1,500 Mac. Just use that one. But for the long term, it works, and it's worth it. Let's see. Dock invaders, test flight, then we'll have our build here. Oh, look. Done. Nice. So we have our build here and it's processing, and from what I remember, first time it takes up to 3 hours, and then after you're uploading maybe the same version, like you're keeping the version still version 0.1, but then you're building like you're uploading build 2, build 3, and so on. And in those instances, I think it takes even maybe 15 minutes or maybe half an hour or something like that. And the way it will work, so internal testing and external testing, QA, and I think internal testing means people who will only be able to test the build using if you've invited them by via email, And external testing is basically sending the link. You can add anyone to this group and they can test builds using the test flight app. Builds might need approval from beta app reviews. Yeah, let's see. A test iPhone on Apple. Okay, feedback. Okay, builds. We can add this build after it's done. Okay, now we cannot add it. Testers. We can add new testers. Testers in this group will be notified when a new build is available and will have access to all the builds added to this group. Okay. But I'm pretty sure like external testing is you can just send a link. You don't need to add them via email. I think that's what it's for. We have builds. Okay. No builds so far. And here as well, you'll add builds here, but when it will be ready. Test information about test flight. Okay. Builds iOS. So yeah, there is a link that you will send to your testers, and yeah, I won't be getting into this more in depth. So this would be like the last time I will talk about this. I mean, it is the last session of the course as well. But I trust you that you'll get you'll get it. You'll find it. So we'll need to wait for this processing, and then you'll have some more options. You will basically will go into these groups, and you will be adding the build here or selecting it or whatever, and you'll have a link here probably that you can distribute your, or here in the external testing, you can distribute your app, and it will be available for testing only. So and people will need to download this test flight app, which is just download on the App Store. So you have it here, right? You have it on the App Store, and it's for iPad, iOS, whatever. And I think you can also like test it on Mac. I think it also works for like Mac OS apps. Yeah. Yeah, you can just open it here or open it in your um, iPad and whatever. Agree. Okay, this is a current game that I'm also testing, like I'm a tester on it. It's a very cool game, but it will take a lot of time to finish it. Yeah, and basically when you'll be invited, you will see the build directly in the list of builds there. But also when you're accessing that link, because there will be a link, send the link. How to share test flight with a public link. How to create a test flight public beta link. App test flight. Section where you can see other builds, add external test. Yeah, so that's what external testers group is for. If there's no group created, create one, create a new group and save. And we need to add a build for testing. Click on the build section. Yeah, you have to add a build. And yeah, then you will be able to enable public link somewhere. Public link, yeah, you see this thing? You have this thing public link and you enable disable. Maybe it will be something different because this answer is from, I don't know when, 2018, but it should be similar to that. So let's see. I'm pretty sure it's still processing. Oh, okay. App encryption. What type of encryption algorithms does your app implement? I mean, I don't know, so I'm just telling it like both of them, or is it like what's like the broadest one? So you're required to upload export compliance. Oh, okay. So this is one is like the least, but just consult with your I don't know lawyer or cryptographic expert, cryptography security expert. Just this is just showing you the whole process, not the perfectly detailed steps. Okay, perfect. Testing groups, internal testing QA, and here we can add the build. No builds available for some reason. Maybe we have to add this thing here. Testing, invited. No builds have been approved for Tesla test flight beta testing yet. Oh, I think you have to. I think you have to send it for review. So that was like an automated thing. Okay, test details, build metadata. Okay, test information. Yes, I know there is a way to add it to the external testing. Add builds. It may have to be approved by the beta app review. Okay, maybe here. Distribution. App review. Okay. App Store. Prepare for distribution. Okay. Let's see what this guy has to. Okay. Um. Yeah, and I know exactly that this should be the thread we will get the answer in. I can't either, same issue, whatever. Come on, man. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, this is it's like 1 week ago. Okay, let's see. Maybe there's an issue. Can't add build to external testers. Not able. Okay. Roles. Check whether you have the necessary role permissions to manage test flight builds as well as external testers. I should, ideally. I guess I do. Roles. apps, business, users and access, this one. So me has access, Apple ID, membership, developer ID, account holder. Pretty sure I have a lot of permissions. Manage test flight builds, external. Manage test flight builds, manage test flight testers. Okay, and where do I change the permissions? I'm pretty sure I have all of that. Yeah. Check your builds list. It's there shows status. Oops, not that. The test flight button in Xcode now uploads the build as internal testing only. So choose the other option instead of test flight, and then it will let you test it with external testers in test flight. So test flight button in Xcode not uploads only as internal. So choose the other option instead of test flight, and then it will let you test with external testing. Interesting. Xcode distribute app. User recommended say for what's to connect for testing and release. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Maybe I need to increment the build number because I think I have to increment the build number. Because whenever you release, you have to increment the build number. Hi man, where am I? Nice to have you. You're closer to the end of it. Well, I was always passionate about everything that has to do with AI, so yeah, I'm working on a lot of small and medium tools. Yeah. What made me change? So just the November's 2022's discovery of fire, analog of, like, it's a metaphorical discovery of fire with all of this LLMs and standard diffusion and all of that. Like, I really liked it. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, and I guess I will like combine like game dev and AI at some point somehow, right? Upload it, but okay, I uploaded, but so I don't need to do that thing there. I think processing. Did they just increment the build automatically for me? Is that build one? I think one was already one. 0. Anyway, I like one. There's 2 of them. I don't really like it. No, just one. Okay, it's processing. Good. I guess I will just remove this. I don't want to have it here. So that's how you do it. You expire it. Yeah, and it's processing. And that's how you upload it. You basically distribute and do App Store Connect. And yeah, you'll have it here. And then when you go here in the external testing, you will be able to add your build. Yeah, when it's done, you'll be able to add it. And then you'll have like public link. No builds have been approved. So maybe you have like a button sent for approval and so on and so forth. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I will add any more value if I'll just wait for this to process, right? Yeah, and then you install the test flight on your phone and then get that link, enter that link, and you'll be able to test your app. I know like it would have been perfect. It would have been, yeah, it would have been perfect if I could test it, but I don't have an iOS device. And also like I don't know how much more it will take to process this thing here. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it finished. Yeah, it finished, but you know what? Ready to submit. Okay, but let's see, maybe I can add it here. Okay. Uh uh Submit for review. Waiting for review. And this expire in 90 days, so your testers have 90 days to review it. Okay. What to test, basically. Okay, and after it's accepted, it might take a few hours or maybe a day, I don't remember. So this is submitting it for review for test flight, not for like distributing, like releasing it, right? So don't confuse these two. And after that, you will be able to see a public link here. Yeah, okay, I get it. Good. That's it. So coming back to our last slide, just to end up on a colorful note, not forms in App Store and yeah, fields and forms to be filled. Again, thanks for being part of this course. This is the first course on the rockstart.ai platform. I've already talked a lot in the first part of this session, so if you entered later, just yeah, go and watch it from the start. But yeah, for whoever's watching live and the future people who are watching from the future, thanks for being here, and see you around Discord. And yeah, that's it. That's our end of the road. It's a checkpoint, right? You've arrived at the checkpoint, and you're adequately equipped to just go into on your own journey, whether as an indie dev, as working in a company, or as a freelancer, or as a hobbyist. You have enough tools under your belt. As I said, the horse represents the skills that you've accrued throughout this course. And I really think you have everything you need. And just if you need a more detailed approach, a more detailed view about everything about the course and about the specific, for example, you need maybe an, a deeper dive into the animator component, or into like an architecture part or whatever, you will just go and Google, or yeah, find that thing on YouTube or whatever, and just learn about that thing, because there are so many things that it might take maybe like a year if you would really want to do a course like that. But you'll still just you won't like be able to learn anything. That's why this course takes you through the whole process, and then you'll decide what are the more advanced things that you want to dive deeper into. And I'm on Discord, just find me there. And for the test and the grading and the certificate, just see the first parts of the video. Yeah, happy trails, and yeah, see you around.